The mace is the most powerful weapon in Minecraft, but I've never actually used one before. Now give me a sword and I'll do fine, but give me a mace, a spear, or heck, even a wind charge, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So over the next 7 days, I'm gonna try to master Minecraft's newest style of PvP by reaching Emerald rank on FlowPvP. So can a player with zero experience master the mace in just 7 days? Let's find out. Alright, let's go, first duel! Yeah, I'm just gonna save you guys a secondhand embarrassment of that duel. I'm just gonna go to single player, watch some tutorials, and figure out how the heck any of this stuff even works. If you're unfamiliar with Spear Mace PvP like I was, there's one mechanic you need to understand: attribute swapping. Attribute swapping is the backbone of the entire game mode. By switching hotbar slots on the exact tick you attack, you can combine the stats of 2 different items into a single hit. There are a lot of ways this mechanic is used in Spear Mace, but I'll only cover the most important for now, which is lunge swapping. By using a short cooldown of your fist or wind charge, you can repeatedly launch yourself across the map with a spear. This is extremely essential for Spear Mace PvP, and without it, you're a sitting duck. Now the next technique that I wanted to learn was stun slamming, a flashy attack that completely counters shields. The first step is to break the opponent's shield with the axe, then quickly switch and attack with the mace before you hit the ground. In theory, it's simple, but it requires near perfect timing or you will mess it up. Now I'm gonna have to master both these skills if I want any chance with the mace, so I continue practicing on single player until I felt comfortable to try again in a real duel. Oh! No! Okay, I should just shoot him. That didn't know the damage. Oh! That did damage, Wait, let me get my inventory! Bro, calm down. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay. Where did this guy go? Oh, he's right there. I'm pulling out. Oh! Yeah, I knew that was gonna cut him. Oh, he's just stunned me. Okay, I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm the best. Bro, this is so much harder than sword PvP. Okay, how did that not count? Oh! Bro, this kid is terrifying. This kid is terrifying. Oh! I stun slammed! And then he immediately ran away and I'm not good enough to... Okay. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, he just kinda showed that he was better than me. Oh my god. I can't get a break. Okay, I can't get a break. I know these first few fights are embarrassing to watch because of how bad I am, but trust me, I improve a lot more later on. Have some really clean and fun fights. I am not very good at this game. Oh! Oh my god, this guy's moving! I can do that. Oh, no, I can't. Bro, he didn't even try to shield me. Like, he was just like, yeah, this guy's not gonna make his hit, so I'm not even gonna bother. Let me just go pull out the sword, because that's all I know how to do. Oh! Bro, how do you... I don't understand how you do all that. Where did you go? Okay. I did not know I was this bad at anything in Minecraft, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna be, like, much better than this. Oh, this guy's moving. Where are you? I am lost. What the heck is that? I just speared you. Does that do any damage? It doesn't. Diamond SMP tournament in 10 minutes. Wait, I should do that. I don't think this game is gonna end in 10 minutes. You play weird. Yeah, I know I do, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have pots. Hello. I'm out of here. I'm popped. Okay. Well, I was gonna have to pot anyways. Oh my god, I was not looking at my screen, I'm gonna be honest. I was looking at something else. Yeah, okay, well. I knew that was coming. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. This kit is something. Even though I was frustrated after losing so much yesterday, today was a new day, and I knew I couldn't give up after one day. So I locked in on mastery movement because that is my biggest issue by far. My aim is good enough and seems to be the only skill that has carryover from sword. But my aim really doesn't matter if I can't put myself in a position to get big mace hits or if I fail to dodge the enemy's mace. So I spent hours on single player practicing my spear movement, and when I felt comfortable, I hopped into some games and tested out my new learned skills. This challenge is actually part of a bigger series. Over the next month, I'm going to try to master different Minecraft skills, starting with Spear Mace PvP. So if you want to stay up to date and see how those go, consider subscribing so you don't miss them. Now I ended the day feeling much better than yesterday, and with a 15 win streak, and I was starting to think this challenge might actually be possible. Starting today, I wanted to get comfortable enough that I could start playing my first ranked matches so I could reach the Emerald rank. The first 5 matches are your placement matches, and they are the most important matches because it decides what your starting rank is. If I play poorly, then I could get placed all the way at the bottom and have to make up so much more. I was nervous to queue into a ranked match and wanted to make sure I was ready before I did. Now to get ready, I watched more tutorials and practiced more in single player and found new tech that I didn't know existed. Like, did you know the spear has more reach than every other item in the game? I didn't! Yeah, it turns out the spear has 4.5 block reach. So if you combine that with attribute swapping, you can mace hit someone with the reach of the spear. This makes it way easier to hit someone and is honestly game-changing tech. After playing again for a few hours, I felt ready for tomorrow. My movement felt clean, my aim was on point, and my awareness was so much better. After 3 days of practice, I'm finally ready to start the long climb to Emerald, so I finished the day excited for tomorrow. Now when I got on, I barely even practiced, and I wanted to go straight into ranked, so I joined FlowPvP and queued into my first placement match. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my spear? Am I out of an elytra? Yeah, the competitive kit for Mace is the old kit, with just an elytra and no spear. I had just spent the past 3 days mastering spear movement, and it turns out it was all for nothing. With only a few days left in the challenge, half my training was suddenly useless. The problem was, I've barely used the elytra at all in Minecraft. I had no idea how any of the movement tech worked, and now I had to learn it in the middle of my first placement match. So if I wanted to win this match, then I have to lock in and learn the elytra on the fly. Get it? Because I'm flying. Well, that honestly went better than I was expecting. While I had no idea what I was doing with the elytra, I was able to get it to work. However, astute viewers might have noticed me doing insane sword damage, and to those who don't know much about Mace PvP, I performed another attribute swapping technique called breach swapping. I had learned this on day 1, but the spear mace kit does not have a breach mace, so it was useless. If you don't know, there's 2 enchantments for the mace: density, which is the enchantment that increases damage based on fall distance, and then breach, which reduces 60% of your opponent's armor. So by attribute swapping, I was able to chain critical sword hits that ignored 60% of their armor. This is the main reason I was able to win that duel, and I didn't really feel all that proud winning that way, but I decided to continue queuing and finish the rest of my placement matches. After getting my placement matches, I logged off and reflected on my games. Yeah, I had gone 4-1, but the methods I used to get there were definitely not the skills I had wanted to master. Most of the time, I just stalled long enough for them to get on the ground so I could breach swap them, which is just my sword mindset kicking in. I couldn't fight in the sky, and when I tried, I would just start losing the match. There were a few moments where I got good mace hits, but I could never follow up on it. I was just not comfortable with the elytra, and I needed to change that if I wanted to get better. Now that I knew what rank I was starting at, I could now finally see the finish line. I was placed in Gold 1, which was only 3 ranks away from Emerald. So as long as I could rank up once every day over the next 3 days, then I could reach my goal. So I queued up again with a good attitude. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad my mic was not plugged in during that because I might have screamed a little after that jump scare, and I don't think it was a very manly scream. This kid is not for the faint of heart, man. The amount of genuine terror I feel when I can't find the opponent, only to see them charging down at me at Mach speed. It's genuinely like the scariest thing I've seen in Minecraft. Honestly, today might have been my worst day. I won most of my games and went 5-2, but the skills it took to win weren't the skills I was wanting to master. I was winning with my sword, not my mace, and the whole reason I started this challenge was to master the mace. It felt like I was stuck. I just felt down and frustrated, and I really wasn't playing all that well. So I decided to stop for the day before I made things worse. That's one thing that really helps in any competitive game, is knowing when to quit or take breaks before you end up on a losing streak. It is now the second to last day, and I'm still 3 ranks away, but I'm feeling better about today. Last night, I practiced a lot with my elytra movement, how to properly dive bomb, the timing for a wind charge boost, and the sort. I logged on and queued in some practice matches, and I was playing great, so I jumped straight into ranking. My mouse disconnected. What just happened? Whoa! There we go. I missed! I missed again? Oh my god, I'm throwing. How are you alive? How'd I miss? Again, how are you alive? This guy keeps surviving on no health. I'm just gonna breach the wall next to it. And he's still alive. I just dropped my sword. And he picked it up. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. How did I even drop my sword? I have it bound to the other side of the keyboard. And it just didn't go. You know what? I don't need a breach swap. How are you alive? No. Again, how are you alive? How are you alive? Ooh. Well, this guy's... Oh, still have more. I thought you were out. There we go. But it still did no damage because this guy's... There we go. Oh my god. Again, 2 HP. Yeah, there we go. I need your armor to break. No, you better not live. Oh my god. Oh, that was a cool kill. That first game was close, but I was still in gold 1. So I knew to have to rank up today. I don't want to have to rank up a ton on the last day because that never ends well. So I set my goal on reaching gold 3 today. I ended up going 7-0 today and jumped from gold 1 to gold 3. That means I am now only 1 rank away from my goal when I started this challenge, with 1 final day to reach it. The final day. I'm either going to hit Emerald today or I fail the challenge. Failing isn't an option. I practiced again last night and was feeling even better than before. After a little warm up, I queued in some games for hopefully the last time in this challenge. I'm now 1 game away from reaching my goal. I could just lose it all here and go on a massive losing streak. Has happened to me before, plenty of times. But I can't think like that, or I'll get in my head. So I just need to focus on 1 hit at a time. Oh, I don't have strength. Oh, I actually did it. That's cool. Dang, well, yeah. I mean, that's Emerald. 85% win rate. 24 wins, 4 losses. I feel like I got pretty good at Mace. I don't know. I mean, I think I can improve a lot still. I'm still not too comfortable in the sky. Stun slamming is fun. I can do that, like, I would say more consistently than not, probably. But no, that was fun. I really was unsure if I'd hit this goal. I almost thought I was making it too hard, making the goal Emerald. I mean, just a few days ago, I was so terrible at the Mace. It's really hard for me to watch old gameplay of myself. I definitely can improve so much more, but I'm at least proud of what I accomplished. I hope this inspires you to try learning something you've always wanted to get better at, whether that's in Minecraft or outside of it. As for me, this is only the first of many challenges to come.